looking at the early days when we were solving like a consumer pain point, like helping them monitor weather and news and stock information. The problem was that the application itself was super popular, but we actually couldn't find a business buyer. So the idea was that we were going to sell this conduit from the website, the sports website or the stock exchange website, down to the consumer's desktop. And we were going to sell to the publishers of this information. The problem was that they had no interest in this, or they didn't have the funding, or there simply wasn't enough value. So even though you may have huge demand on one side of your business, if you can't make economic sense of that value, the business still won't move forward. So we had huge demand on this side, but we could not find a buyer. And it took us a long time before, and it was almost like serendipity before we found a business use case. And it was actually Lufthansa who came to us probably 3-4 years later, and they said, hey, we love your personal dashboard. Could we use it to help our employees monitor business data? So of course, and they said, hey, could you give us a quote? And almost overnight, the business changed. I mean, we were starving, eating craft dinner, and we couldn't find a economically viable business model. So when they came to us and said, hey, we're willing to pay you for this, can you give us a quote? As long as we were listening and willing to be flexible on who our buyer was, we were willing to move and find a buyer that was scalable and economically viable.